Yeah.
I want the NBA to stop, block, whatever you want to do, the dunk contest. I mean, we know, Ben, can we admit that this was probably one of the worst, if not the worst, dunk contests we've ever seen? Obi Toppin won for the Knicks. It was horrendous. It was
You should be happy the Knicks won something. Well, you're complaining about this?
Finally.
The Knicks won something.
And so I did a video on Deadspin.com. I do a Trash Talking Tuesday video every week and basically said that this thing has run its course. We have to just admit it can't be fixed, Ben. I think we just have to move on, find something else.
So I saw the video. Tremendous job, as always. They're very opinionated. I agree with you that the dunk contest was unwatchable, garbage. And Jalen Green, man, I feel bad for you. You should never feel bad for an NBA dunk guy. But he attempted 9 dunks and made one of them. One in the first round of the dunk contest. And it's like taking a test 9 times, and one of them you pass. So we'll give you a pass on that. So I absolutely agree with that part of it. But I'm going to disagree with you in general that, yeah, the dunk contest was a dud. It was bad TV. But the NBA, what they need to do is reimagine the dunk contest. You don't end the dunk contest. You don't. Just like we talked earlier about the handshake line, and Juwan Howard had a problem with it, and he had a bad day, and so then people were like, get rid of the handshake line in college basketball. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. You don't get rid of the dunk contest in the NBA, though. And I'll tell you why. This is not for guys our age. This is for the kids. It's not for guys like us. It's for the kids because it's a way you can fall in love with basketball even more, the dunk contest. And you imagine yourself as one of the guys in the dunk contest. I know when I was a kid, and I was a big fat kid, I couldn't jump at all, but I thought, on those short rims at the elementary school, maybe I could dunk and all that stuff. But the other thing, the biggest problem with the dunk contest is it's filled with flotsam and jetsam. It's the guys that are the headline players, even the young players that come into the NBA most of the time are complete scaredy cats when it comes to the dunk contest. They don't want to be shamed on social media. They don't want guys like Rob Parker taking shots at them, and me, by the way, for failing to win or not representing themselves. And so they avoid this. Now, the question is, can you convince the top young players to get into the dunk contest? What would be the carrot on the stick? Rather than getting rid of the dunk contest, what could you do? You can't offer them enough money because they've all got a ton of money. So it's really not going to be a financial thing. I don't think that money would be the reason these guys would do it. But I had an idea. All right, I got nothing to do. I'm in the middle of the night here when I do my show normally. So the NBA, what they need to do, aside from just enticing a few headliners, is how about cranking up the razzmatazz in the dunk contest, Rob? How about this? How about a little props, trampolines, barbed wire, bring in some mascots.
So you want somebody to get hurt doing all this in a meaningless dunk contest?
Well, no, I want risk, though. I want to make this something it hasn't been, where you crank it up a couple of notches. For example, let's say Ja Morant was in the dunk contest and you filled the lane with a pit of alligators and you had to jump over to slam the ball in, and you could win the dunk contest. But you've got to think outside the box. You got to color outside the lines, right? Is what I'm saying here.
But
you've
here's the problem, Ben. It's the players. It's not the dunks. When LeBron decided he wasn't going to do it, other players have followed suit. Michael Jordan did the dunk contest 3 times. Dominique Wilkins, the players used to be, Dr. J, they were all into it. And it was a part of, promoting the NBA and what it had to offer. That's why it was so great. Excuse me. It's not about props and all that stuff. It's about the stars taking part in it. And for whatever reason, when LeBron stopped doing it, everybody else decided they follow the leader. It's going to be passe.
Well, why is that in baseball? I don't understand, like the Svengali effect of LeBron, because in baseball, other than Mike Trout, who's never done the home run derby,
everybody else has done it.
The top young guys in baseball do the home run derby, which is the baseball equivalent of the slam dunk contest.
And it is a show to watch. Am I right, Ben? The home run
absolutely.
derby?
Yeah, even if they juice up the balls, which I think they do. But it's still an amazing production. It's an amazing production. And, as far as seeing every dunk, I saw your video on Deadspin. You were ranting and raving. We've seen everything and all that. It's like, it goes back to what I said, though. The kids haven't seen everything. The young, next generation hasn't seen everything.
But don't you think we need the bigger stars to perform?
Well,
Obi
yes.
Toppin, we would have been better off with Obi-Wan Kenobi. I mean, come on.
No, you're right. But, like I said, what is the solution? Because you can't offer them money. These guys all have, these top guys that come into the NBA now, these lottery picks that are the next big thing, like Zion Williamson.
Money doesn't matter. Exactly. Yeah. Money's not going to entice them. Oh, put up $1 million. Okay, after taxes, that's $370,000. Big deal. Like seriously.
Yeah, depending on which state you live in.
If you live in California, you might get $250,000.
Maybe, and like 75 cents tacked on at the end of that, or something like that. But yeah, it is issue. These guys don't want to do it, but it's you got to find a way to convince them for the good of the game. Now, I remember when they got rid of the dunk contest back. They
did have a hiatus for like 3 or 4 years, right?
Yeah, it was 2 years, and the odd thing about that, and this is amazing thinking about where we're at right now. If I remember correctly. And my, I'm getting older, but I remember Kobe Bryant was in the dunk contest in '97, and they got rid of the dunk
Cleveland.
contest.
I was there, yes.
Okay, so I'm right on that. But then they got rid of it in '98 and '99. But if I remember, they did that WNBA kind of cross promotion. The two, I forget what it was called, but it was like they brought in some WNBA players, and that was like the thing to replace the dunk contest.
Yeah, that didn't go over well.
No,
I never missed the WNBA. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Be
careful.
Man, third rail, my man. The third rail. Let me know when the WNBA makes money, though. Let me know, because when they turn a profit, have they ever? You think they've ever turned a profit?
I don't think so.
No, but now it used to be the teams owned WNBA teams. Is that still the case now, or have they sold? I feel like they've sold some of the WNBA teams. The owners have gotten out of that. Now there's other people
like
that
it's
own
the Arena Football League where the league owns the teams. You know what I mean? Like it's just there are no individual owners. I don't know. I don't know the business of the WNBA. It's been around for a long time. That's one of David Stern's legacies that he put together, right, and left behind.
Yeah. They spent so much money those first few years to try to promote it and get people to watch. And they have a cult following, but I have a cult following. I'm doing overnights. I have a cult following. You should have more than a cult following. You know what I mean? Right? I think, but it hasn't clicked. From over the weekend, Rob was at the All-Star festivities in Cleveland, and it was a disaster, a debacle. When you think about the NBA and the quality of the product, from a quality control standpoint, you would say this product, we're going to take it off the shelves. But I believe the All-Star Slam Dunk Contest can be fixed. There are ways around it to fix it, but you have to find a solution to convince at least a couple of the top young players to get involved in this. But we're getting the pulse of the people, Rob. That's what we do here, the pulse of the people.
No doubt on the Dan Patrick Show for sure. Anthony in Anaheim, you're on Fox Sports Radio. What you got, Anthony? How are you?
Hey, Ben and Rob. Ben knows I'm a huge fan of FSR, but I usually agree with Ben on most things, but not today. I think, Rob, you're 100% right. I think it's over. Stick a fork in it. It's done. I think the only way they're going to change the slam dunk contest is going to have to write it into their contract and say, we'll give you this X amount of bonus, but you have to participate in the slam dunk contest.
Yeah, because you know what? Because the stars won't do it. LeBron came in, and I don't know what the reason was. He kind of poo-pooed the whole thing, Ben, and then the other players,
what happened? What happened to machismo? What happened to, hey, I don't care what LeBron does. I'm my own person. I'm going to win the dunk contest, and I'm going to have every Yahoo on radio and television and social media talking about my amazing ability to dunk the ball. But instead, it's like, no. Let's let the ninth, 10th guy on the Knicks or the Rockets in the dunk contest.
No, you're right, and that's the problem. So you look at it. Even Cole Anthony, like he missed or tried, or they didn't even count the misses, Ben, as attempts. Like he
Who does
he missed
that?
like
Who decided that? I mean, remember,
right.
And this has been going on. This is not a new phenomenon. Remember, it was there's also a Knickerbocker. What was the guy's name? The guard. He won the dunk contest multiple times.
But it was ridiculous. Like he missed or misfired on 5 or 6 in a row, and then all of a sudden they go, okay, he still has 3 dunks to go. Let's chime in and hear from Andre in Massachusetts. You're on the Dan Patrick Show, Fox Sports Radio. What up, Dre?
What's going on? Thanks for taking the call. The dunk contest most certainly can be fixed. And what we need to do, and this is great for your show and your perspective, we need to open it up to the people. We need a pros versus Joes model, because anybody who goes on YouTube can clearly see there's folks out there that are doing incredible dunks all the time, get people to their feet, incredible.
Andre, let me say this. Let me say this. I'll let you talk. Let me say this. Players do not want guys off the street to show them up in an NBA arena.
Exactly. The NBA doesn't want that.
Right?
Imagine how embarrassing that would be for the NBA marketing department if Joe Blow from the park is a better dunker than an NBA guy. Oh, my goodness.
No, I just can't see.
But I don't think I don't think that guy's wrong. I said that on my
If you want to
overnight
have a competition and bring in guys off the street or street ball players, but it ain't going to involve any NBA players. I
agree with you on that. But I think his point that he was getting at is that if you go to certain basketball courts, there's famous pickup games or street games around the country, and there are guys that can dunk better than NBA guys right now, but they're not NBA players. But yeah, the NBA doesn't want anything to do with that, because how embarrassing would that be? It's a slap in the face. Like, hey, you don't need to buy tickets to watch the NBA. You can go down to see a pickup game at Venice Beach, and there's a guy that can dunk better than an NBA player.
Did you say a slap in the face? Can we now say a Juwan Howard slap in the face? Or no?
That's right. It's Juwan right there. That's right. It's just not a spit in the face. That's somebody else. That's
right.
Yeah, that's down the line. Yeah.